Over the last fiscal year, more than 2.7 million illegal crossings on the U.S. southern border. People here are overwhelmed and dreading December 21st, when Title 42 is set to end.
It's tough here. We have people coming through our ranch. Not every day, but we've had as many as 25 in a bunch here. And I've had to build a 6-foot fence around my house with spikes on it to keep people from coming to the front door.
And Mexican cartels are taking full advantage of the chaos.
There's been about 5 or 6 ranches along the border here close that have been bought by the cartels. And they stage loads out of there, and they stage people out of there and drugs out of there.
Well, the Biden administration's even admitting the moment Title 42 goes away, there could be 9,000 to 14,000 encounters per day at the border. That doesn't even include gotaways.
As the numbers continue to swell, the Biden administration has found a way to reduce those numbers, at least on paper. For example, these migrants are being routed into a little-known program designed to help people with special circumstances. Technically, it also reduces the numbers of illegal crossers because these are pre-approved before reaching the border, then transported into the U.S. at taxpayer expense. Back in March, about 6 million people were forced to flee their homes here in Ukraine because of Russia's invasion, and about 44,000 of those people came to the United States under a special program called humanitarian parole. Now, that special program is specifically for people with urgent and temporary needs for asylum, but now it's being expanded by the Biden administration to include people from all over the world, even economic migrants.
This is an example of there's many programs of where they're abusing their parole authority. Listen, they're just trying to accommodate a mass flow of migration under the guise of legality.
Todd Bensman is a senior fellow at the Center for Immigration Studies.
Humanitarian parole is supposed to be given to, one person here, one person there on a case-by-case basis. It's very clear in the Immigration and Naturalization Act what that authority is for, somebody in really dire straits.
The Homeland Security website calls this program an advanced travel authorization and shows it started in late October. But this section specifically states that parole is generally not intended to be used to avoid normal refugee processing or to provide protection to individuals at generalized risk of harm around the world. According to Bensman, however, that's exactly how it's being applied.
And American nonprofits are down there in force, helping these thousands of people very quickly get the paperwork that they need. But they're applying that to masses of people all at once. And in order to qualify for humanitarian parole, pretty much what you need to do is just give them a tale of woe of some kind, or say that you're gay, or say that you were living in an area where there was cartel shooting. And then the Mexicans will put them in federal buses, drive them to the nearest port of entry, and walk them across. You can't see it on the drones, and you can't see it in the statistics page.
Bensman saw this happening while researching his second book on illegal immigration. He found that once the migrants are in America, they are released to seek work, put their kids in school, and start new lives. Although unlike the Ukrainians who received humanitarian parole, most of these migrants have no plans to return home.
This is a de facto amnesty. This is de facto asylum. It's a de facto visa, de facto legal entry into America.
It's an IQ test to me. I can't believe that people don't see what's happening to this country. Man, they've got us shaking our heads and wondering what's going to happen,
Their idea is we don't want to stop, block, and deter. We want to make it smoother and easier and faster and safer so that more people will want to come.
It seems like the administration's not working for us. It's just like they're trying to tear this country apart.
Chuck Holton, CBN News, on the border in southern New Mexico.